Hey, what's going on Facebook? Hope you're doing well. Hey, I don't know if you recall, but today's St. Patrick's Day. So I wanted to just say happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if you feel in the festive spirit, but I just want to come on. This is nothing related to fitness, nothing related to dieting and nutrition. Just wanted to come on here and see how you were doing, see how the green beer was, if you had any green beer, and to just chat with you, just to see how things are going. Typically when I come on, I see there's, so many people, a few hundred people that may be online, and it's actually looking at the numbers, it's twice as much as usual, which means you're probably staying home and maybe being extra cautious, which is great, or maybe in your backyard. It's actually a beautiful day here in Florida. Got shorts on, t-shirt on, it's pretty awesome. And listen, regarding workout stuff, I posted a workout earlier today. It's saved, so if you just scroll down, go onto my profile, there's a free free live workout that I did. I saved it. It's for all levels. There's a 10-minute, 20-minute, 10-minute, which is the beginner level, 15-minute, and a 20-minute. If you are not drinking the green beer and you want to work out, you want to burn some calories, and you want to let off some steam and get some stress, go back and check that out. The only thing I ask is that you go and share it. But really, what I wanted to come on here for the next couple minutes, I'm really grateful for my wife who's right now. She's cooking. We got some Mexican food. We're doing some tacos, and she's got some stuff going in there. And I figured I want to jump on here and then just share. Hey, Beth, how's it going? And really, what I wanted to do is to make this more social, just to make it something we don't have to. I don't want to talk about any. There's already enough there. Your mind is like consumed all day long. If you've been going online or hearing from friends or relatives telling you all these things, and news media, all that stuff, and I don't want to talk about any of that. I want to talk and actually just kind of change the subject, and I'd love to talk about your experience with St. Patrick's Day. I'm a bit of a Heinz 57, so my kids are even worse off because my wife's 100% Italian, and I got English, Irish, and German, and my mom sent me a message about a little bit of my heritage. She always shares with that on me on St. Patrick's Day. And while I can't say too much about it, I'd love to know. And here, I don't want it to just be about me talking. Dee, what's up, Beth and Kimberly? I'd love to know, hey, Vivian, what's going on? I'd love to know, and post in the comments, put it in there now, a memorable experience on St. Patrick's Day. And that can be anything from drinking green beer or maybe going to some fun parade. And I know there wasn't any of that today. So I'd love to just maybe reminisce. I'll certainly share with you. I have a good story I want to share with you. About one of my experiences at St. Patrick's Day. But if you got any cool ones, go ahead and down below. Just type it in now while we're talking. We're just going to chat and shoot the breeze a little bit, just to be social, just to engage with you, and to take our minds off of all the stuff. Again, not to not be concerned, because this concern's going to be there. But again, if we just consume ourselves with worry and anxiety and stress and all that stuff, it does start to consume you, and it starts to take over. So the last thing I want that to do is to take over. So I'd love to hear if you have a cool story about St. Patrick's Day. Go ahead and just post it in the comments below. I'll share first a good one and then maybe not so good one. Well, one of them I'll remember, never forget. Lived in New York City from let's see, it was 1997, I think, 97 to 2000. Yeah, 5 years. 97 to '02. Moved here in '02 to Florida. Been here ever since, so almost 20 years, 18 years. And St. Patrick's Day was awesome. If you've ever been in New York City for St. Patrick's Day, it was super, super fun. There was some green beer, I think, at one point, to be honest with you. It was crazy. Have you ever been in New York City for St. Patrick's Day? It was absolutely, and I know today is not the day, but it's unreal. There's so many people, so busy, so much festivities. The parade goes all day long, typically. And I'll never forget, we had a friend, my wife at the time, and we had a friend who was involved with different companies. I think she worked for a bank, but she had some connection with Skechers, and Skechers at the time had a office on Fifth Avenue, and that's right where the parade goes through. And on Fifth Avenue, we went down to see the parade, and she's like, hey, my friend is at his office at Skechers headquarters, I guess it was, on Fifth Avenue. So we got invited. It was a private party. It was so cool. So this was right when they had not rollerblades, it was like those Heely things, or I think at that time when they were first coming out, super new. And I think Skechers made some different types of I guess trial things, and they wanted us to try them out. Now let's just put these two together. Hey Lori, what's going on? Let's just put these two together. They had, it was Skechers store, like their flagship store, not their flagship store, it was their headquarters. So they had all their trial stuff. And we were up there partying. It was fun. We had a blast. I was in my 20s, young and dumb. And we got asked to try on these things and go skate, go take them around the office. So here we are, St. Patrick's Day. I probably had a couple of beers, maybe a few more than a couple at that time. Like I said, I was young and dumb then. And we were roller skating in the headquarters of the Skechers like their office, basically just going around. It's super fun, fully catered. I mean, they had everything, full food bar, all that stuff. It was super, super fun. And that day is just fun. Everybody, whether you're Irish or not, everybody's in a great mood, enjoying life, enjoying the green beer, the Irish bars in New York. If you ever get a chance to, we were actually just at one, and I'm not even really a drinker at all anymore. I might have a beer here and there. And we went to Pete's Tavern, which is one of the oldest bars in New York City. It's down in Gramercy area. I can't remember the exact location, but it's like one of the oldest, coolest bars in New York. I think we ended there. It's completely packed. But we went there just recently, and it was exactly the same as it was back when we were there. And I think it was in the 1800s, 1890s that this bar had been around for. So it was pretty cool. Hey, Cynthia, welcome. Cindy and Carl, welcome. Thanks for joining. Hey, listen, we're talking about, and I want to hear some stories. I'd love to hear. I want this to be social, not about green beer. I know maybe some of your plans for St. Patrick's Day had got changed. Of course, all of our plans are getting changed everywhere. Kids are home from school for who knows how long. Fortunately, I will say Florida weather is absolutely magnificent. Backyard grass is looking really good. Sitting here right by, we have a fire pit kind of right outside, and my beautiful wife's in there making some dinner. We share roles in that, and I told her, thank you for making dinner. I'm going to jump on here and just talk, really, to chat, to be social. And one of the things we're talking about is St. Patrick's Day. Being today, it doesn't even feel like it at all. I think I have a little bit. This is sort of green. I guess that's kind of green or teal or whatever. And I have a little bit of Irish in me. So I'd love to hear your thoughts as far as St. Patrick's Day. If you have any cool stories, if you can maybe briefly just type it in if you want. If you're just listening to me to listen, that's cool too. But listen, here, I'm going to come back on here. I'm going to share. I don't want it to be always just about my fitness and about health and that. And I do preach enough about that. But I wanted to just know how you were going. Actually, maybe to make it easy, is just to post right now where you live right now and how things are going, where you're at. Where you live in this world and maybe in this country. If you're outside of the country, I know I have some connections outside of this country. I'd really love to know how things are going your way. And we can, we don't have to get into the details, but if you want to just share like how things are going, your kids are out of school, you're stressed out, and all those types of things. Again, I'm not like a therapist going to try to solve your problems. Just wanted to chat with you a little bit before dinner and then just to give you some encouragement because, there's been a lot of things I can tell you, and I've shared this before, that I've had and allowed stress and allowed anxiety and allowed frustration and disappointment and anger. Ooh, that anger, being angry. Yes, there's a lot of people who are really angry right now. I know they're maybe concerned about their health, but they're also angry because it's frustrating. It's getting in the way of their life, whether it be vacation or their job. Maybe that's at jeopardy right now, or their kids in their space, or their kids not at school or wondering what to happen. And there's a lot of things that maybe we can't control right now, but we can control our response to those. So we can respond or react. And I think this is an easy time for a lot of people to react. I definitely used to be really, really reactionary to a lot of things, and it didn't get me anywhere. In fact, it just made things worse. It's probably why I don't have any hair anymore. I kind of grows in patches on the side and so forth. But I can say is I try not to let stress run me. I try to allow, there's going to be some stress there, but I'm not allowing that to take over. And I can say, I hope that doesn't happen to you, no matter how hard it may get in the next couple of weeks, and who knows. And you can either go into it being completely stressed and then letting that stress just kind of compound on top of that. Excuse me. Or you can do fun things like working out, maybe at home. You can make it a time to refocus. You can look at this as an opportunity, if you have maybe some free time, to restructure how you do things in the day. Maybe you need to take a little bit more time with your personal health. Maybe you need to spend a little more time with your family. Maybe it's time, that you spend more time for you. So regardless of what that looks like, I just wanted to share with you to be encouraged by this and to just let you know that, we're all in this together, and we're going to get through this. There's, like I said, if you've lived, I'm sure most of you on here, maybe in your 40s, maybe on your 40s, sorry. My wife's letting me know that I'm ready. I'm going to get off here in a minute. But if you're in your 40s or maybe even older, and you're struggling, you're frustrated, the fact that you don't know, there's so many things that we control, right? We're able to control, like when we get up in the morning, if we go to work, if we brush our teeth, if we take a shower, if we exercise, if we eat healthy or don't eat healthy, if we take our kids and take care of our kids, if we're there for our kids, all those types of things. And I know you're probably a great parent, and I know even in all the things that we can control, things like this, when we can't control the unknown. And then, I've shared my faith. One of the things I get through is my faith has helped me. And I say it's not perfect. I still have questions. I still I have questions that I'm not sure about the answers, but that's a beautiful thing. I don't necessarily have to have all the answers, but I do have today, and you have today. And if you're living and breathing and you're okay today, then that sometimes is the best way to live your life, is to live day to day, especially when we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. So, on St. Patrick's Day, I hope maybe that they reschedule the stuff. My thoughts and true prayers go out to businesses, and even for my family, where we're at in my business. And if you're in a business yourself, or you have friends and family that are going to be significantly affected, because there's going to be a lot of that. But it can be a chance and an opportunity to kind of level up, in a sense. Not like, hey, step up and tough it out. I'm just talking about to evolve. And I think that's sometimes when these moments happen. When I lived through 9/11, my wife was a block away from the towers when they came down. That was a significant moment. Kind of a little bit feels like this to some extent. I know it's completely different and not related, but it is something that that has a similar feel, where things are kind of quiet, a little eerie. We lived in New York City for that. I didn't know where she was. She walked home. I finally got in touch with her. We were there. I saw the towers come down. I was up on top of the roof of the hospital I worked at, a ways from it, but I did see a tower come down, and that was truly like a life-changing. But look, it's now a memory. It's something that will never be erased from my memory. It's something that I'll always remember, and I'm grateful that I've been able to live through it and make through it and survive. And I really feel that that's part of what defined who I am. So for you as well, going through this right now, it's a good opportunity to really reveal who you are, to reveal where you're at now, to reveal maybe if you're just living in fear, or you're just living for the moment. And I say, or you can rely on something that's maybe higher than your own efforts, to just understand that we're all in this together. And that's why I want to come on here. So listen, my wife's ready to eat some dinner. I'm going to say good night to you tonight. Cindy, I appreciate you. And Kim, thank you. And Jennifer, thanks for coming on here. Really, really appreciate you. If you're just catching on the end, just go back. It's just a casual conversation. Again, I just want you to be reassured that you're going to make it through. You're going to be okay. Regardless of what happens, you're going to get through it. Hang in there. Have some hope. Go do my workout earlier today. You'll feel that. I did one last night. That one's also posted. If you want to do one or the other, I'm going to do one tomorrow. I'm not too sure on the time frame, but I got some fun things planned for you, especially if you're homebound or you're struggling or your gym's closed and you need a place to work out. I'm going to do my best to provide as much value as I can to you over the next several weeks. So take care and God bless. We'll see you later.